Another test that was done by the professor of microbiology. He asked me, how about if we analyze blood? Oh, I said, that's perfect. Analyze blood. What do you want us to look at, platelets or RBCs? I said, look at RBCs, red blood cells. Okay. So they used a white field microscope. And it was very interesting. There was a gentleman there, and he didn't know that he was the control in the test. The physicist set this up. He had everybody drinking my water get off of it about 3 to 4 weeks before this occasion. Quit drinking it, except for this gentleman. His wife was one that quit drinking it, and unbeknownst to him, he kept drinking 16 to 24 ounces a day, as I recommend. And I think that's plenty water to completely, totally, fully hydrate anybody. Okay? And when they took blood samples from everybody, including the professor, everybody's blood looked horrendous. Horrendous. Except for the gentleman who was drinking my water. Oh. And the professor of microbiology said, and I was given a sheet, I should have brought it with me to show you. In the center is a picture of what they call perfect blood, or ideal blood. And then there's all these smaller pictures around it depicting different conditions and problems in the blood. This man had ideal blood. He had ideal blood. And the professor says to the graduate students, come here, look at this. You're never going to see this again. This guy has perfect blood. I've never seen this before. And the physicist was looking at it and he said, that's amazing because the guy is a junk food junkie and a chain smoker. True. And he had perfect blood. Now the biochemist in the Midwest, in his career, has conservatively analyzed about 40,000 blood samples, probably between 40 and 50,000. And he has a custom-built dark field microscope. It's a $40,000 instrument. The lenses were ground from quartz by Bausch & Lomb in Germany under license from Zeiss. The rest of it was built in Japan and assembled by the Japanese. It's quite an instrument. It takes up 2 tables. And when he called me, he said, here's what I've been doing. Take a live blood sample, put it on the slide. We're looking at it. You can see all the clumping of the cells and the stacking. Looks like plates, dinner plates, rouleaus. Yeah. He said, I'll have them drink a glass of your water and take a blood sample immediately. And I say, why? He says, because it's already going through the mucosal lining of the mouth. It goes into the bloodstream that fast. And he said, then we take a blood sample 2 hours later. And these are his words. I didn't put words in his mouth, and he didn't put them in mine. He said, it's the most profound and positive change in blood composition I've ever seen in my entire career. He said, I was on the bandwagon of the product of the month. I got caught up in products, and he says, I'm tired of products. He says, the market proliferates with products, and none of them do a damn thing for you. Okay? But he said, here's what I believe, based on what I've seen. Your water is the world's premier health and wellness product. In fact, it's head and shoulders above everything else. It's in a league of its own. He says, my friend, you might be a century ahead of everybody else. What I see is amazing because most of the problems in the human blood are caused by what?
Agglomeration.
Dehydration.
Stickiness.
Yeah, it's caused by dehydration. And secondly, by a change in electrical charge. The membrane wall of a cell has to have a negative charge. When a protein, an undigested protein chain comes in and touches it, it robs its electrical charge. They begin to clump together. Those two things, dehydration and electrical charge.